I'm in Shenzhen, China, one of the most advanced tech cities on our planet, from EVs to AI to robots and drones. This city is shaping the future of technology. And in this video, I'm going to discover what it's like to live here and if it's a place I would consider coming to longer term as a digital nomad. Let's get it. Hey guys, JB here from Nomad Life, where this channel is designed to provide a strategic blueprint for online entrepreneurs on where to live, grow, and optimize their setup to support the dream lifestyle. Now I'm just over here in Shenzhen, China, one of the most advanced tech-savvy cities in the world. And it's actually a place I used to live for a couple years, back from 2017 to 2019. And I also went to university for 1 year in the neighboring city called Guangzhou with a study abroad program from my Canadian university. So I know this area pretty well. Now in this video, we're going to discover what has changed tech-wise in the city, because it's always rapidly advancing. I also wanted to give you guys an inside scoop of where to live, kind of the locals guide, and really check out if this is still a place I want to go to as a digital nomad. Let's get going. All right, so now let's talk about what area I like to stay in Shenzhen. Also, a little bit of history about Shenzhen is that it's only a 40-year-old city, but has absolutely exploded. Used to only be a little fishing town, but now has over 18 million people living in it. Now, Shenzhen's comprised of 9 different districts, but there's 2 main districts that I would consider living in, which one is Futian and the other is Nanshan. And for myself, I prefer to stay in Nanshan. Now, Nanshan's where many of the high-tech companies have their offices, including Tencent, which is basically the Facebook and Instagram of China. You have Baidu, which is the Google of China. You have Xiaomi, which is the Apple of China. And of course, you have Alibaba, which is the Amazon of China. You also have DJI, which is basically the leader in drone innovation in the world. And I'll be heading to their flagship store in just a little bit. Now, being a tech enthusiast myself, it's really motivating to live in this area because you just see all this innovation all around you. Now, the other part I love about Shenzhen is all the parks. Now, I'm just sitting in Shenzhen Talent Park, which is this amazing lake where I like to go running around almost every day of the week. It's also connected to this massive seawall, which stretches basically the whole city, and you can ride bikes up and down it. And also just the amazing city planning that's been done here. Everything is modern, beautiful, clean, and the architecture is just amazing all over this area of town. Lastly is just how central Nanshan is to the whole city, especially Hohai here. It's connected to the massive metro line system where they have 17 lines, but at Hohai, you got 3 lines, including the high-speed line, which is only 3 stops to downtown, or about 11 minutes. Or it's even centrally located where you can go to the airport. It's only about 6 or 7 stops and takes roughly around 20 minutes. So yeah, very centrally connected. I got an amazing hotel, which I'm going to show you guys later on in the video. But up next, we're just going to go get a bike and go along Shenzhen Bay towards that DJI store. Let's go. All right, so just picked up one of these yellow bikes to ride the seawall with, and the app I used to get it is WeChat Pay. Now, China has 2 main apps for all payments. So they have Alipay or WeChat Pay, and I definitely recommend to get one of these 2 before coming, because you use it for everything from ordering Ubers, which they call Didi here, to paying at restaurants, to even getting your dogs groomed. These are everything apps. So anything you want to pay for is done through these apps through QR codes. Now, it's a bit of a learning curve when you first get here to use everything, because often a lot of these things are in Chinese, but once you figure it out after a day or two, it makes life super simple and easy. Anyways, let's get going to the DJI store. Alright, so on my way to getting a bike, I actually came across one of these food delivery machines where a drone will basically take the food from wherever in town and drop it off by the park. So I figured I would test it out. Basically, you just scan the QR code over here, and then you can order everything from McDonald's, KFC, drinks, etc. And then a drone will come in and deliver it on top of the roof here. And yeah, I think I gotta try it out. All right, while we're waiting, it said it would take about 15 minutes on the app, but it's really cool first generation product they have here where the drone delivers it to the vending machine. I could see in the future this being on every single apartment building in the city, hotels, etc., where the drone flies it to the top of the apartment, and then something like Alfred, which is the robot in the hotel I'm staying at, would take the food from the vending machine, go down the elevator, and deliver it to your room. Anyways, it should be coming right about now. I hear a drone above me. All right, so I got the tea. Still cold. Basically, here's how it worked. The drone app sent a 4-digit code straight to my phone, entered the 4-digit code, and waited about 30-ish seconds, and the box slid right on out. Now I took the box over to the bench, opened it up, grabbed my drink out, and honestly, this part was really cool. The delivery box the drone carries the food or drink in is completely reusable. So when you're finished, you just fold it up and slide it right into the reuse it bin. And yeah, anyways, simple, efficient, cold drink delivered by drone, and honestly was a wild experience. Anyways, let's keep on heading over to the DJI Flagship store and check out some drones. Let's go. Alright guys, so just came over here to OCT Harbor and just checked out the DJI store where I tested out a bunch of drones, and my intention was just to pick up the Neo 2, which is kind of the cheaper version of the drone, but end up going with the DJI Mini Pro 5 because it's just way better, and the lady there upsold me pretty hard. So yeah, I ended up spending a lot more, but got a good drone. Will last a while, and very excited about it. Now I'm just gonna head to the Xiaomi store, which is right behind me, check out some EVs, and then head over to Futian and check out the lights tonight. All right. All right, so woke up this morning and I figured I'd give you guys a quick room tour. I'm staying at the Marriott Nanshan for about 5 nights, and the lobby is honestly really nice. It's got a great setup for working, plus insane city views all around. Now, this hotel goes all the way up to the 62nd floor, and I'm on floor 54, and the room is super solid. First, the bathroom. It's gorgeous. I've actually been taking a bath every night because it's actually that nice. You've got the shower, which might honestly be the best shower I've ever had in a hotel. Water pressure's perfect. Now for the beds, they only had 2 double beds left instead of a king, but they're big, comfy, so it's totally fine. And the best part about the room is actually the couch area. Massive. You can just chill there, stare at the views, and honestly, it's a perfect setup. Now just gonna hop on up to the gym. All right, just took the elevator up to the gym, and it's actually a pretty good hotel gym. It has tons of equipment, whereas hotels are normally hit and miss. Sometimes they just have the bare minimum, but this has tons of machines, lots of bikes, lots of treadmills. The only thing it's missing is basically squat racks, but I can manage around that. It also has the most incredible view. Just check it out over here. A little bit smoky today, but you got view of the whole city. All right, just at the pool on the 59th floor, and it's absolutely massive. Indoor pool, so I'm more of an outdoor pool guy, but on the 59th floor, it also has a nice hot tub. Up the steps here, great view of Nanshan. Now just gonna head over to OCT, which is the really cool art district, to get some work done. Let's go. All right, so I just came over here to the art district called OCT in Shenzhen, and it's only about 4 metro stops away from where I'm staying in Nanshan, so it's very easy, convenient place to come, and it's a great area. There's tons of cafes, amazing people watching because I'll get a lot of models and photo shoots going down here, and it's a place I really like to come. When I used to live here, I would come, let's say, twice a week here to go to cafes and work because there's some outstanding cafes in this area. Now I figured it'd be a great time to talk about food here in China, and when I'm coming to Shenzhen for 1 month, it's one of the rare countries where I'll actually just stick to the local cuisine. So basically every day I'll be just eating Chinese food because it's so good, and there's a big variety of different Chinese foods. Now Shenzhen is only a 40-year-old city, and it already has 18 million people, but that means most of the population migrated here from different cities around the whole country. You'll get all these different food groups from all over. So you'll get some really good noodles, also Chinese barbecue, which is my absolute favorite. And I went to this one restaurant where you get skewers, and it's very healthy. You get vegetables on the skewers, meat on the skewers, lamb. It's just outstanding. The other thing you'll get is a variety of rice dishes and dumplings, of course. Now I'm just gonna finish off my oolong tea over here, hopefully not get too buzzed from the caffeine, and head and get some food around this area. So let's go. All right, just finished off some work at the cafe and now gonna get something to eat, and I found this little restaurant over here called Noodles and Alcohol. Kind of a good combination. So gonna go check it out. They're also blasting Tupac, so yeah, should be good. Let's go. All right, so just got out of the noodle place and it was absolutely delicious. Love Chinese food, but I figured this is perfect time to conclude this video and answer the question if I want to continue coming here yearly as a digital nomad. And for myself, it's a resounding yes. I love seeing all the innovation happening here in the city and coming back year after year, the continued improvements, the new innovations sprouting up everywhere all over the city is amazing. I also like being in a country that isn't really primarily English focused, so you have to use a lot more of your brain, do a lot of nonverbal communication just to get around, figure out things. It makes every day very interesting. So yeah, final conclusion is that I want to continue coming back to Shenzhen, China year after year. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm JB from Nomad Life. Please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'll be posting more videos weekly about nomad life in Dubai and in Asia. Peace out. Later, and bye for now.